I hope you are having an inspiring day. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new. I am so excited today because I am doing a Toronto city guide. Marcelle asked me to show you around Toronto and some of the best spots, and I am so honored to be doing that. It is not only where I was born and raised, but it is a city that continuously inspires me. So this city guide is inspired by Marcelle CiTY collection, which is an incredible line of skincare that I have been using across the past couple weeks and have been loving so far. It's really aimed at fighting those city pollutants that unfortunately are super present here in Toronto. So I'm going to be spending all day with you, from my morning routine all the way to my nighttime routine, and all of the really cool 5 locations in between that I love in this city. We really hope you like the video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment below. Let me know if you've ever been to Toronto, if there's any places that you really love here, and where you represent. I'm always looking for new cities to inspire me. And if you are new to the channel, we would love it if you subscribe. But without further ado, here's the day in Toronto. Good morning. I am just about to start my morning routine. I figured I'd walk you through that to start our adventure. As you can see, I am dealing with some adult acne here. I think it's a combination of the harsh Canadian winters, but also just the city pollutants that are in the air, and I am out and about in the city all the time. I am trying the Marcelle CiTY collection, which is really aimed at targeting those city pollutants that are affecting our skin. So for my morning routine, I start with the anti-pollution micellar foaming cleanser, and then I go in with the High Protection Urban Day Cream, which has SPF in it, which is balm.com for your skin, especially if you're out in the sun. I also really like in their collection that they have the tinted cream that also has SPF in it, so that's typically what I use if I'm not going for like a full face of coverage. For those unfortunate acne scars that I have, I am using the CiTY concealer, which also has that really great complex in it that helps fight pollutants. Let's get to washing our face and getting ready for our fun day in the city. All of the Marcelle CiTY products include their unique CityGuard complex, which is specifically designed to protect against a really broad range of pollutants. Basically what it does is strengthen the natural defense system of your skin and prevents adhesions of pollutants. Get those pollutants away. Did you know that your indoor air quality is sometimes often worse than outdoors? Yeah, and I spend a lot of time inside. Things like UV rays and infrared lights, but even blue lights from our electronic devices. Eeks, I am on Instagram all the time. The products also help to repair the damage already caused by pollution and make sure to cleanse and detoxify your skin. They are also recognized by the Canadian Dermatologist Association, and they are good for all skin types. Oh hey! Hair and face is all done. I'm actually loving the finish of this SPF tinted cream. It's like full coverage, which is amazing. But since we are all ready, let's hit the city. All right, so we are on to our very first location here in T.O. the 6th, the home of Drake. Normally we would be taking the subway or the TTC, but since we're showing you all of the spots today in Toronto, we are driving. But this city is so bikeable and so public transitable. So our first location, St. Lawrence Market. The St. Lawrence Market is by far one of my favorite places to shop on the weekends. You can find such cool rare gems like these cool rings. I love vintage rings, or gems like this Stratocaster. Everything from old china to artifacts to cool coffee table books are all up for grabs and definitely bargainable. So get your negotiation skills out. Dave and I spotted this beautiful crystal bowl and knew we had to have it. We scored it for a whole $10. And we are on our way to location number 2, which is really close to the St. Lawrence Market and one of my favorite places in the city to shoot. So stay tuned. The Distillery District is one of the most charming places in Toronto. The old school architecture and the cobblestone streets are some of my favorite places to capture photos and video, maybe just as charming as my dance moves. It is also home to some of my favorite places to eat, like Soma Chocolatier, Cluny, Mill Street, and Pure Spirits for the best oysters. They almost always have art installations in and around the Distillery District. And Toronto's very own Lovelock Wall is also here in the Distillery District and is one of my favorite spots. The Distillery District is by far one of the best places to go and just take a stroll and enjoy life. It also has a super cool history. It used to be home to one of the largest whiskey distilleries, hence why it's called the Distillery District. Falling for Toronto. So we are headed to location number 3, and it is one of my favorite places in Toronto on the weekends to eat. A lot of street eats. We are going to Kensington Market. Kensington Market is arguably one of the coolest areas in Toronto. You've got people playing music on the street. The vibe is just so cool. And you can pick up all of your groceries at these amazing street produce markets. They also might have the best pizza in town. Don't quote me on that though. One of the things we love the most about Kensington Market is the amount of street art you can find around every corner. Toronto is filled with such incredible creatives, and this is where they come out to play. The food scene at Kensington Market is incredible. We always stop by here to have some really good Mexican food, which is exactly what we did. And holy guacamole, it was great. You can also find some really cool clothing and accessories at Kensington Market. The vibe is super hipster, but there are some really cool thrifted and vintage gems that you can get here. The streets of Kensington Market are always bustling, but especially on the weekends, and I just love the energy. Oh, and they've got great cheese. Alright, so we are here at stop number 4, and it is my favorite coffee shop here in Toronto. It's called Safe House. It's on Dundas on the west side. It's really close to home, and it's always such good vibes in here. Safe House is one of my favorite coffee shops because they carry Toronto roasted beans, loud and proud. The owners are always there and so chill and supportive. I always feel so welcome and at home when I walk in, which is probably a really fitting reason why their name is Safe House. If you're in Toronto and are looking for a cute coffee shop, look no further. This is the spot for you. Alright, we are at our last stop for the day, and it is one of my favorites. It is the place where I love to just unwind and take a nice long walk. Welcome to Hyde Park. Toronto is a really big city, but Hyde Park is kind of like our Central Park and is this vast space of gorgeous greenery. I love taking walks here and just soaking it all in. We didn't get a chance to see the cherry blossoms because they're not blossomed yet, but I promise you they are gorgeous in Hyde Park. Being in Hyde Park and running around makes me feel like a kid again, just running around freely and enjoying life. And if you're lucky, you'll catch some of its wildlife like this beautiful swan and the little duckies. Come here, duckies! Amidst running around in the city, I love taking time to slow down and just enjoy what's around me. Oh hi, Fancy seeing you here. We are back from a crazy and fun day in the city. We really hoped that you liked all 5 of those locations. Those were my favorite, but God knows I have like 50 to 100 in this city, and if I were to show you all of them, this video would be way too long. But it was so much fun hanging out with all of you. We really hope you liked it. I am home now and I really need to decompress. God knows my skin is also super fatigued from being out in the sun and amidst the cars and everything in the city all day. Thank God I had SPF on. I actually had double the layers because I had the day cream that had the SPF, and I also had the tinted cream, which full coverage, still pretty much in place. But I figured that before I sign off, I would show you a bit of my nighttime routine, just taking all of this off and getting ready to really unwind for the day. I am going to be using the Marcelle makeup remover wipes. This one in particular, though, I have been using for years, I think since I was 14. It literally takes off makeup like this, even if it's waterproof. I love this. It's one of the best ones on the market. Similar to my morning routine, after I take off all my makeup, I'm gonna go in with the anti-pollution micellar foaming cleanser. But afterwards, I'm not gonna be using the day cream with the SPF because I'm not gonna be out in the sun. So I'm gonna be using the 24-hour anti-pollution day and night moisturizing emulsion. It has a little bit of a thicker consistency without the SPF, but it feels so good and calming on your skin. I always find that when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling super refreshed. But before we get into the nighttime routine, I want to thank you so much for watching and coming with me all day and hanging out. If you did like the video, we would love it if you give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment below. Let me know if you've ever tried any of the City collection, if there was anywhere in Toronto that you really loved or would want to visit, or maybe was a favorite from one of the 5 that I showed, and of course where you're from, what city, what's awesome to do in your city. And if you are new to the Inspired family, we would love it if you would subscribe. But let's get this makeup off and chill for the rest of the night. With that, I hope you all have an inspiring day, and I'll talk to you soon. This eye makeup remover is the best. One swipe and it's all gone. Next, I'm gonna go in with the anti-pollution foaming cleanser. It's gonna get rid of all of those impurities that have gucked up over the day running around in the city. I love how it makes my skin feel at the end, and it also doesn't dry out my skin, which is very important. Next, I'm gonna go in with that day and night moisturizing emulsion, which is going to protect my skin against all of that gucky at-home air and that blue light that is coming from my phone 24/7. I am all done and I'm gonna hit the couch, so I hope you have an inspiring day, friends. Bye!